conversation the body recalls what the mind buried. Letting off flow with no filters and no master carry.
Can we talk? A safe space you can share your thoughts. No pressure, just let down your guard. Let's talk it out, don't hold it in, just let it out. We all need release, that's what it's all about.
Get your mind, body, and soul ready for therapeutic sessions.
Welcome to Blue Notes and Body Talk. I'm hoping everyone is having a great day because I'm having an awesome day. And guess what? This is episode 9. This is the very last episode of the season. So let's give ourselves a pat on the back, a clap of the hands, because you all have done great when it came to the end of the episode questions, and you journaled and you reflected and you sat with all of that. So guess what? This week has been a week for me because the title of this episode is called The Letter. And I had to sit with, did I want to write a letter to my past self? Did I want to write a letter to my present self? Did I want to write a letter to that little girl? I did not know. So what I came up with was writing a letter to my past self, my present self, and my future self. And I had to dig deep on some of this. I had to do a lot of reflection. I had to muster up some things, and it even made me just think a little bit and look at stuff just a little bit different. So before we get started, just kind of help me out. You know, when I get deep, especially when I be up here by myself, I need to take an inhale, exhale, and relax my shoulders. So come on, let's just do that with me real quick. So let's take a quick inhale, exhale, and let's relax these shoulders. So I'm going to start with a letter to my past self. Listen, I know you're tired. Not just bone tired, but soul tired. The kind of tired that sits behind the eyes and pretend to be strength. The kind that sharpens the voice and softens the heart in secret. You learn to carry everything without letting anything fall. You stood at attention while your knees were shook. You swallowed and screamed. You called it discipline. You didn't know what you had to do. I see you. The girl who grew up quickly. The young woman who held the door for everyone else and stayed in the hallway herself. The mother who made a home of her own hands. The protector who learned to be stone in the day and rain at night. You kept the light on inside even when no one knew where the switch was. You guarded joy like it was contraband. You hid softness like it was a glass. I'm not here to judge you. I'm here to thank you. Thank you for the mornings when you stood up without a witness. Thank you for the quiet rides home when silent was your only friend. Thank you for the prayers you never said out loud because your voice would have broken. You thought strength meant you couldn't feel. You thought love meant you couldn't need. You thought leadership meant you couldn't ask. No one told you that softness can lift what hardness only holds. No one told you that the trembled voice is still a voice. Here's what I want you to know. The armor you built saved us. It also got heavy. It kept out knives, but it kept out tenderness too. You were not wrong for building it. You were not wrong for laying it down. There's a sun-shaped room inside of you, a silence that changed your weather. You did not deserve that ache that followed. You are not a failure for surviving it. You are a mother in every tense of the word, past, present, and future. Love does not end. It just changes clothes. Sometimes it's laughter. Sometimes it's the way your strength, you straighten a picture on a wall and whisper his name. Sometimes it's the quiet way you keep going. You've always been more than your pain, more than a uniform, more than a title, more than a room that couldn't hold you softly. I'm here to return what you gave away to survive. Here is your softness. Here is your wonder. Here is your little girl laugh. Here is your yes without apologies. Here is your no without guilt. Here is your permission to be human and holy all at the same time. You didn't break. You became a bridge. And I'm always walking across you now, barefoot, slow, graceful, grateful, and placing a thank you on every plank. If you hear me from where you are, know this. You keep putting the badge down. You can keep putting the bags down. You can let joy be heavy in your arms. You can be seen. You can be held. The world doesn't end when you cry. It began. May your past be your teacher, not your jail. May your memories return to you kindly. May your younger self rest tonight knowing she brought us all the way here. That took a lot for me to write because I had so much to unpack for my past self. And just by that letter, I felt like I can let that past self, that little girl, be that girl that she always wanted to be. And I felt like I owed her that thank you because of all the things that she has done to make me the woman that my present self is. Because without all of that, I probably wouldn't be here before you right now. So let's get into this letter with my present self. And I know that all 8 of these episodes kind of helped me formulate this letter to my present self. Because like I told you all from the beginning, this is a journey not just for me. It's a journey for all of us. So I took a lot of that and kind of put that into this letter. Breathe. Count the seconds it takes for breath to find the bottom of your ribs. Count again as it rises. That's proof you are here. Today, you know what you use to only perform. You now know what softness is. And softness is not surrender. The boundaries are not walls. That rest is not something you earn. It is something that you deserve. The courage of pausing in public, the sound of your own name when you say it with tenderness. Look at what's in your hands. A podcast that became a porch light. A pen that keeps finding the center of the page. A body that still shows up for you. Daughters who mirror your fire, and they do, and your softness. A love that sees you on ordinary days and calls it holy anyway. The season taught you to speak of grief without spectacle, to talk about softness while holding your own spine, to let your breath be a part of your message. You're not chasing perfection. You're following presence. You're not begging to be chosen because you're choosing yourself now. You're not trying to be louder than your pain. You're trying to be truer than your silence. There's still mornings that the old armor calls. Still nights when memories sit right beside you. Let it. Make tea for it. But you know what? Tell it the rules. In this house, we survive the feeling. In this house, tears don't mean danger. Joy isn't suspicious. In this house, we ask for help and we receive it. So say it with me. I can be soft and strong, a leader and a learner, a mother and a woman. I can let my voice tremble and still mean every word that I say. You don't have to have it all figured out today. Just be honest about right now. Open your hands. Let go of what isn't for you. And with those same hands, bless what is. That quiet room inside you, it's not hunting you anymore. It's holy. Sometimes you still sit there and you say his name, but now it sounds like gratitude. Bless the work no one even sees. The drafts, the edits that I really don't edit, and the late night prayers. Bless the boundaries that you are building. Bless the future walking towards you in some good shoes. Place a hand over your chest. Say your own name. Say thank you. Thank you for the woman who became her own safe space. Let the silence ring like a bell. Let the moments rest on your tongue. And I felt every word of that once again. And if you, like I said earlier, if you've been with me for these last 8 seasons, you've heard some of this pain, the journeys, the stuff that I've unraveled, the stuff that I'm still unraveling, because I am not perfect by a long shot. And I also want to say, if any of this is touching you, maybe you too should also write a letter to your past self, your present self, and your future self. Because when you sit down with those selves, you never know what you can unpack. You never know what might come up. Because I didn't think a lot of this stuff I even had deep down within me. And with it coming up the way that it did, I did a lot of releasing. So we're going to move on to our last and final letter. We're going to move on to the letter to my future self. We're going to hope that my future self is listening, because we still have season 2 that needs to come out. So here we go. I imagine you study. Not perfect, just study. Your laugh a little lower, because peace has no weight now. Your home smelling like something's on the stove and something's on that page, girl. A quiet that says you grew like a tree, not like a firework. If you're listening from there, tell me this. Did you learn to rest without rehearsing your seasons? Did you let joy find you without apologies? Did you keep choosing love that chooses you back? I hope you kept that porch light on for yourself too. I hope you kept telling the truth, even when it's hard, and even when it had splinters. I hope you kept your softness close. I hope your daughters saw that healing looks what I hope your daughters saw what healing looks like in motion. I hope you still visit that room inside, and not from pain, but from peace. Still saying his name with tenderness instead of tears. Still counting blessings that sounds like his laughter. Tell me, future me, how does the heart make new roads now? How does the body forgive the years it spent braced for impact? How does surrender feel when it's finally stopped fighting back? Remember where you started and where duty and daylight ends. We became candor and moonlit. We stood in front of strangers and we told the truth, girl. We proved that softness could be a revelation. Carry that forward. Carry the discipline, but let it guide, not push. Carry the tenderness and let it be the way you talk to your reflection. Carry laughter like an armor made of light. When the next season opens her hands, meet her without hurry. Set the table, pour a glass of water. Invite only what can sit without pretending. I fear knocks, but just still give it a chair, but not the mic. If doubt shows up, let it stand in the doorway. If joy arrives, let it run through the house without its shoes. Promise me you will keep choosing life in ordinary ways. Morning stretches, clean sheets, walks after the rain, prayers that sound like thank yous. If the words forget you for one moment, that's okay. But don't forget you. If the world applauds saying gratitude and grace, stay grounded. Remember, The ground you stand on was love into being by the woman you once were. And when you look back at me, here at this mic, at the end of season 1, know that I'm sending you forward with a softness I once thought I couldn't afford. Take it. Spend it wisely. Spend it on mornings that deserve to be slow. Spend it on love that feels like home. Spend it on your heart like a promise to be kept. There's a rush at the end of this journey that isn't an ending at all. It's a doorway. It's the breath between what was and what's next. As the season closes its eyes, as the music rises for this last moment, it's not closure. It's keeping. We're not finished yet. We're finally ready. And that writing to myself, my future self, that meant a whole lot to me. Because now I get to look back on then it'd be my past self, on what my present self told my future self. And that can make you look at life a whole different way. So I want us to keep this journey up. We may have, different contact for next season, but it's still going to be one that's healing, loving, and soft. Thank you for being on this journey and this season with me. Thank you for listening to this letter. And I'm hoping that it gives you all the courage to even make your own letters for yourselves. And keep them close. Even if you don't want to write it, you can still record it. And that way you can always even have that voice note, something to look back on, something to even look forward to. Because this letter in itself, all three of them, are still healing and touching to me, even though I'm reading it for the maybe 5th, 6th time. Not sure when season 2 is going to come out yet, but I do hope and I look forward to each and every one of you coming back and joining with me. Even if you all have ideas, there's always ways to DM me and shoot out some ideas, and me and my team will look at it. I hope you all have a great rest of your evening. I hope you enjoyed every season that we had. And I look forward to sitting with you in your living room, on your walk, in the car with you again on season 2. It's been a joy. It's been your girl, Lady Blue.
A conversation the body recalls what the mind buried. Letting off flow with no filters and no mask to carry.
Can we